Hey yo, what's up? Do you struggle keeping high ground? Or once you get high ground, you lose it right away because you don't know how to keep it? If so, then I think you just found the right video. This video is a part 2 to my never get shot again video. Also, shout out to Creed for even wanting me to make a part 2 to this. In this video, I will teach you how to keep high ground without spamming 90s. And if you struggle when somebody's doing retakes against you, this video will help you. And I'll also show you what I'm thinking about in replays. And I will show you all of my techniques, everything that I do, and most importantly, why it works. You'll go from playing like this to this. But without any further ado, let's get into it. When you're trying to keep high ground, you should always make sure you're near your opponent. If not, anything you do or try will not work. Let me give you an example real quick. Let's say the opponent is building out a brick and he's like right here, and I'm over here trying to build across like in front of him, and you see how none of that like reaches him at all. Like I can't reach him at all no matter what I do. That doesn't affect him. He can like spam 90s and do whatever he wants, and this can only happen if you're too far away. Now let's say you're closer. I'm going to show you a bunch of moves that you can do in this situation, and then you'll have the advantage. Let's say you're trying to go up right and there's somebody like on your left side. You basically will want to build walls like this, build a ramp, and then you don't have to walk all the way up to build this second ramp on this side, but you can if you want to. And then you will want to look up, put 2 cones, and then put walls right here, then jump up. I didn't mean to put that right there. Jump up right, and then jump up to the side, put another wall and a ramp, and then continue. You see how I make sure to put those ramps and those cones? This is mainly for zone wars, but it works in battle royale, realistics, whatever you want to use it in, it will work. Just make sure you face them first. The second move is mostly a 90, basically a 90. Well, you see after every 90, you want to look up like this and put a cone in the wall. Right after your 90, you want to look up, put that ramp, put a cone in a wall, and then turn down and repeat. You don't even need to jump at all. You can just keep doing it. Basically, if you don't know, I'll just be showing you all of the Cuck moves from now. After I show you all of the moves, I'm going to show you a playstyle. And you can copy it if you want to, but that is how you should play. Now, there is kind of a flaw when doing this, and I'm going to show you what to do. Now, let's say you're doing this type of 90, right? And you're going up like this, and somebody just randomly runs up on your cone, right? Like they get up here, they get on top of your cone, and they try to like run at you, like in this direction, like them running at you and trying to shoot you. What you don't want to do is to build up still and continue doing the 90s. After your first 90, what you want to do is hug this wall and then look up and put more walls, right? And then you want to walk all the way up here to this corner, put a floor and a stair, then look behind you. Then you want to do this move. Basically, you just put ramps and then cones and then jump up with a wall and a ramp. So turn around, put the walls first, then look up, put the ramps and then the cones. And to be honest, there's a bunch of ways you can do this, but I'll show you 2. So you start the same with the ramps and then the cones, and then you put a wall right here, and then you want to look off to the side, more ramps and cones. Or you can do it this way. After you do it, you hop up, put a wall, edit, and put a cone, and then continue to go up to the side and do the same thing. The reason you put a cone through that window is to slow the person down, but that's only if they walk on top of your cone. And as you can see, they can't build. They just have to wait until they leave the area, and by then you should already have high ground. There's also another version of this that you can do to keep momentum. Basically, it's just a side jump with some high walls. See, you do the exact same move, right, with the cones and the ramp, and then you're at the window, and you just jump to the side, and you can do whatever at the end, it don't matter. Now let me show you again. Basically, you want to do the same move, right? You want to edit the window, you can reset it to be safe, just in case you think they might shoot you, and then you jump to the side with walls and land on a ramp. There's also another version of this that you can do. It's a little extra, but you can get height doing this, and you can see basically, yeah, it's the same thing, but you just hop up and keep going. And you should be able to keep doing this as long as you time it right. And you can always cone somebody as long as you got the wall. And I mean, you should be doing this all the time, even if it's like for no reason at all. You should do this always if you have the chance to. You can also use hot wall cones. Basically, you just cone off every single wall. The trick with this is that you have to look about a certain height. If you look too low, the cone won't place. Also, you can't place in the middle first. You have to start from left or right. If not, then the cone in the middle won't place. This also works without jumping or standing on a cone. You just have to look up high enough for it. Now I'm going to show you how it looks in full speed. You You can also do this while running towards somebody to mess them up. You mainly want to do this at the start of a 1v1. You put a cone above your head and then you edit and then you put cones out past that. This does work in most 1v1 situations, but like if you do see or think it's gonna work when you're like in a battle royale, like game mode, then yeah, you can try it. This is how you would do it at the start of a 1v1. You see that? There's also 2 other moves that I didn't talk about, and this is what they look like. And you don't have to place a single cone at all, just ramps. And that's height. Let me show you how to do it. After you put down all of your ramps, you want to look down and then put a floor and a ramp. Just like this. You want to walk up the ramp and then you want to look forward and then place another stair and ramp. But you don't want to do it like this. You want to make sure you at least put a wall first, because if you don't, they can just cone you. And you don't want that because you'll mess up and you'll lose momentum. So put the wall down first, then the stair and ramp. And you can't jump up again off of this ramp. You got to walk up a little bit first. And after you walk up, you want to look down and place another stair and ramp, and then walk up that ramp, and then you put the wall, stair and ramp again. And just do this every single time. Now I'm gonna speed it up. This helps a lot when you're at the same level and you're trying to beat somebody else to height. So okay, now the playstyle is a mixed combination of everything put together. You want to be able to cone off instantly as soon as you get the wall. Anytime they come near your wall, you want to put a cone. Also, let's say somebody's under you, right, and they're building up. You want to put a cone and a wall. And when I edit this wall, you'll see I have a little angle right here. Remind you, the other person is still building up, so they won't even notice. Most likely, they'll have a ramp like this. And they will be like down here, like this. Just going up. And remind you, you'll still be over here, like on this side, right? With the angle of your window. And let's say you already claimed everything, including the ramp, and flipped it and everything. They would still be going up and they won't even see this, like, you know, well, not in time. They wouldn't even see you right here. Even if they did, it would be too late. Also, editing down, you have to edit down a lot, like randomly. Edit down whenever you feel like it's necessary. Also, putting walls down and coning them yourself, and also editing through them. And you never want to fully commit to anything. You want to always be ready for the next thing. Let's say you missed them right there and they kept going up. You got to be able to keep going up too. You know, put some walls up, put some cones up. They went down, automatically get ready to go down too. Look at them, you know, find them. If you think they're going somewhere, make a box. And with all that in mind, let's get into replays. Okay, now this first situation, I was on my phone, I was not paying attention, and then out of nowhere, somebody just loads in and starts shooting at me. Any normal person would just get on the ramp, right? Because I don't want y'all to play like this. It's just weird and cringy, I'm not gonna lie. But you know, he just kept spraying me and doing whatever. I just took the wall, waited for him to break it, and then pre-fired him. And I didn't even know who this was until I started editing. Come to find out, he's a content creator too. He also makes YouTube videos. But me being in the moment, I did not know. I was just playing the game. But you can see I hit him with the cone start. That's what I showed y'all earlier. It messed up his start, he restarted, and now he's coming back up. And I want y'all to see this because y'all should not be playing like this. I grab the floor before he gets up, and then I edit, you know, I get a blank, and then I edit a window and get a shot off, and then I fell down because I got butter on my feet. But the thing is, I don't know if he didn't have a headset or not, but like, he was just placing builds anywhere. He didn't even know where I was. Now at this moment, he was supposed to get as close to me as fast as possible. But watching this, I can tell he was a little nervous. He was just looking around, and he kept losing me. And yeah, he could have called me out plenty of times. He just kept spamming and going up higher and higher. Not trying to go for any looks at all. He just kept going up even more and more. And that's the thing with a lot of people. Once they find out that you're good at like building and covering up, they won't get close to you. They feel like they'll get full boxed or 200 pumped or something. But I guarantee you can play close to people without getting clipped. But you first gotta stop being scared to get close to people. But you see, he does come down eventually. But that would be the last time. And I started spraying because he wasn't making any moves and he just kept building up. And you know, I'm trying to get gameplay to teach people how to play height correctly. I'm not trying to waste time, you know. So he comes down, tries to make a box, I make a window edit, get nice damage. He goes up, And I guess he was looking for an angle or whatever, but the whole time he was moving around, I was just tracking. And then he edits and I duck off to the side for the kill. And after this, he never came down ever again. He just kept overbuilding. Just because you lose in close range fights doesn't mean you need to stop. It just means you made a simple mistake. And you should find out what your mistakes are. Because if you just sit on height and play defensively, then you'll never learn. You should take time out to find out what you struggle with. If you always avoid it, it will always be your weakness. And you see, same thing, just sitting there spraying on height. Same thing, all over again. There was pretty much no way for me to go up, so I just kept going around. He would spray while I grapple up and everything. And you know, I don't got time for it, so I respawn. I tried to get him to drop AR, but he just kept ignoring me. He could have kept the kill, it didn't matter to me. I just didn't like the fact that I kept getting sprayed. And yep, Brody just kept ignoring me. And then it's like when he seen that, it just activated him. He just dropped down and sprayed even more. So I reset the builds and tell him again. And once again, he ignores me. So I say, fuck it, let's go. And I guess since he couldn't play his way, you know, with him just sitting on height, he didn't want to play at all, you know. So he just ended up leaving. These are all things that you don't want to do. Unless like you're playing Zone Wars or something, then yeah, you can sit on height. But like, if you're in a 1v1 situation in PG, unless you're pluralism back in 2020, you should not be doing this. You shouldn't be scared to get close to nobody. And I understand if you don't know what to do, like you don't know what moves to do, then I guess it's not your fault. I'm going to show you the correct way to play on height without doing that. Now you can see I'm going up in this build fight, right? And we both did like a weird little start, I will say that. But I go for a double edit play automatically. And then I drop down right here with the window and the cone. Because I thought he was going to go that way, but he sat still. You know, see, he's still in here. He didn't go anywhere. So I dropped down to his level, trying to get a shot with the same thing, window cone. And as you can see, that doesn't work, so we go back up. And I go up and turn around with some cones. And you can see that it doesn't fully work, but it's okay because at least I tried. You have to take every chance you got to do something. And then I go to the side, put some cones on him, and then I go my way. And I don't think he noticed in time, but I got the cone right, and I jump up, and I edit the cone, and I get a shot off. And then he gets the wall and tries to make an edit. And for the second play, you see, he's above me, and I'm trying to get walls in between us so I can put cones down. You see, it works. I reset the wall so he can't shoot me. I go to the side, and I turn around, and I thought he was under me, so I made an edit. And then I go over here, put walls and cones down, make a play. Now this is very important. You see how I have cones and walls like waiting for him? He can't do anything. These are all my walls and all my cones. He's wide open. He's really vulnerable right here. I can do whatever I want. If you're in a build fight with someone, then you want to force this situation. If they do get the wall, you still have the cone. You can just cover yourself up. The main goal is to pay attention to what they're trying to build and then build it yourself and then use it. And yeah, this just kept going on until I eventually get him down to like a double edit. He fell victim to the double edit double reset. You never want to do that, ever. And you can see, if I'm not doing any cuck moves, then I'm doing the cone moves. Once you cone somebody off, you want to go above them and go down for a double edit. Most people will just walk right into the box. And you see how I drop down for that wall? I don't get it, but it's okay. And then you see me going around looking for more options. And I don't know why the replays are so choppy. I don't get it, but like, you know, just bear with me. And as you can see, he tried to box me, and I just want to know where he's going. That's all I'm thinking about, is what's his next move. I'm trying to pre-fire, and as you can see, I go back on my builds a lot. I try to make a little edit play, you know, and I messed it up. He almost boxes me, you know. Then I go around, more high walls. He walks on my cone. I got the wall in between us just in case he runs through, but I miss. I see he's above me now. So I go for high walls. I end up getting a wall in front of him. And every single time you get a wall, what do? Put a cone. And he didn't know it was mine, so I went for the double edit and a kill. And I'm gonna play the actual clip now. Now for this next person, basically same thing, same technique, same everything, you know. I claimed his wall just in case he turned around towards me. I put a cone, and I noticed he was going to the side, and then he just sprints to the corner to dodge the shot. And then, assuming that he's just gonna run around again, I just made another double-edit play. And then, you know, since I want to end the fight quickly, I'm just doing the same thing. I'm forcing the same situation, cones and walls. I also want to apologize because I thought I was going to have enough time to add all of these replays in, but there's just way too many. I can't do it, I'm not gonna lie. So I'm going to play the actual gameplay clips instead. Also hit that sub button if you're enjoying the video so far. Thank you for watching. That's the end of the video. If you like the video, like the video. If not, you don't. It don't matter. But have a good night. Peace out. Sleep well and have a good day. Bye.
Cut. See ya.